Today I'm showing you Marshmello alone, so let's go. Go into your keyboard and set your tempo to 142 beats per minute. Click on the plus and add about 65 sections. You want to choose bass and fat mono bass, and you want to have these like this. And then you want to click here, you want to remove the treble, and you want to drag the reverb like this. You want to have just a little bit lower volume and go into the edit mode. You want to put out something, go out, zoom in and drag it out to 5 and go in again. And I'll lay these bass notes. The first one's around C1. And then you want to go up a little bit higher to here around C2. Like this. And then you want to switch this back, click on the screen, mark them all, and you want to zoom in and make them just a little bit smaller. And hopefully it will sound like this. And you want to loop this. And at 5 you want to add a new keyboard. You want to choose pads and warming waves. And you want to have these like this. And then you want to click here, add a lot of reverb and also some treble. You want to have the volume in the middle and go into the edit mode. Put out something, go out, zoom in and drag it out to 9 and go in again. And put out these notes over C4. Like this. And you want to loop this, but only to 13. And at 5 you also want to go into the track view, click on loops, you want to have drums, and go down to pressurized topper and drag it out. And you want to have this on a very low volume, click here, and drag the reverb to the middle. And at 9 you want to add a keyboard. You want to choose classics, next page, and 80s synth brass. And you want to have these like this. And you want to have just a little bit lower volume and go into edit mode. Put out something, go out, zoom in and drag it out to 12 and go in again. And lay these chords around C3. And then you want to switch this back. You want to click and mark all. Click on the green ones and copy. And you want to paste it and drag it down 1 octave lower. Like this. And now you want to go into the track view. And you want to remove these two to 12. And at 13 you want to add a drum. And you want to choose house drum machine. You want to have the highest volume and go into the edit mode. And lay kicks like this, of the highest one. And loop this. And you also want to add a keyboard at 13. You want to choose bass and substantial kick. And you want to have these like this. And you also want to have a little bit lower volume and go into the edit mode. Put out something, go out, drag it out to 17 and go in again. And now lay these bass notes around C2. you want to do like this and switch this back. You want to mark these and copy them and just paste them and drag them to the right note. Like this. And loop this. And you also want to add a drum at 13. You want to choose Classic Studio Kit. You want to click here, add a little bit of treble, and remove the bass. And you want to have the same volume as your bass, and go into edit mode. And put out a crash cymbal. Like this. And loop this. And you also want to add a keyboard. You want to choose leads and dance anthem. And you want to have these like this. And you want to have the same volume as the last instrument. And you want to go into the edit mode, put out something, go out, drag it out to 17 and go in again. And lay these chords around C3. Like this. And you want to loop this. And you also want to add a sampler after 13. And you want to sing a note like this. Dom! And it's better if you use headphones when recording. Dom! And you want to click on shape and drag it like this. You want to click here. You want to have the reverb in the middle and drag the treble to the right. And if it doesn't sound good, you can tune it. And maybe you want to remove just a little bit of the beginning. You want to have just a little bit lower volume and go into edit mode. Put out something. Drag it out to 17 and go in again. And put out these notes. And I'm gonna do it here between C3 and C4. Like this. And loop this. And at 17 you want to add a drum. You want to choose Crate Digger. You want to click here and add just a little bit of treble. You want to have the volume in the middle and go into edit mode and put out a clap and a snare. But you want to switch this back, mark these, click here and have a lower volume on these ones. And loop this. And now you want to go to the track view. You want to remove all the instruments to 21. And you want to copy your first instrument, put it at 21. And you want to drag it out to 44. You also want to go into your bass at 21, put out something, go out, zoom in and drag it out to 25 and go in again. And I'll put out these bass notes. Like this. And you want to loop this. And then you want to add a keyboard. You want to have dance anthem again, but you want to change these like this. And then click here and add a lot of reverb. You want to have the volume a little bit lower and go into edit mode. You want to put out something, go out, and drag it out to 29 and go in again. And put out these notes around C4. Like this. And now you want to copy this, put it at 29, but you want to go into it, and you want to mark all these from 29. You want to copy them, paste them at 29, but drag them down 1 octave. Like this. And this part from 29, you want to copy, put it at 37, but you want to remove it to 44. And at 29 you also want to add a drum, and you want to choose pile driver. You want to click here and add a tiny bit of treble. You want to have the volume in the middle, go into the edit mode, and put out snares like this. And you want to loop this. And at 37, you want to split it, and split it again at 41. And remove it to 44. And this part at 37, you want to go into the settings, and make it to double speed. And the one at 41, you want to drag it to 4 times the speed. And now you want to go into the track view. You want to remove the bass to 37, and then copy this, and put it at 45. And on your house drum machine, you want to go into the edit mode, put out something, go out, zoom in and drag it out to double size, and go in again, and add kicks like this at 45. And loop this. You also want to go into the edit mode on your crate digger, and put out a clap and a snare like this. And loop this. And you also want to add a bass at 45. You want to choose exoplanet. You want to drag the cutoff like this, and the FM somewhere around here. You want to have the volume in the middle, and go into the edit mode, put out something, go out, drag it out to 49 and go in again. And put out these notes around C2. Now you want to switch this back, mark these, copy them, paste them and drag them to the right note. Like this. And loop this. You also want to add a drum. You want to choose house drum machine, drag the low cut to the top, click here and add just a little bit of reverb. Go into the edit mode and put out this one. And loop this. And also add a keyboard. You want to choose bass, next page and exoplanet. And you want to have these like this. Click here, drag the reverb to the middle, and a treble like this. And maybe you want to have just a little bit lower volume. And go into edit mode, put out something, go out, drag it out to 53 and go in again. And lay this melody over C4. switch these back, mark these, copy them, paste them, and again, but you want to change the last 3 a little bit. Then you want to mark all of these, copy them, paste them at 49, but you want to drag up the first note at 49. And you also want to change these at 52. Like this. So all together. And you want to loop this. And now you want to go to the track view. And also maybe you want to have just a little bit lower volume on this house drum machine. You want to remove this one with the claps and the snares. And the kick to 53. Then you want to go in again in the kick at 54. And lay this pattern. And loop this. And this house drum machine, you also want to remove to 53. You want to go into it at 54 and lay the same one again, like this. And loop this. And at 53, you want to go into this drum with a snare drop and add a hi-hat like this. So first add 4 like this, and then continue at 54. Like this. And you want to loop this second one. You also want to copy the melody and put it at 53 on your sampler. But you want to click on it, click on settings, and click on the minus on octave. And then you want to go into it, drag up the first note to a D. And you want to remove all your instruments to 61. And this is how it sounds like with the melody. And that's about it, so thanks for watching, make sure to like and subscribe, and good luck with your song. Today I'm showing you Martin Garrix and Bebe Rexha, In the Name of Love.